What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, managing editor, FightfulWrestling.com, here with Buddy Murphy. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I'm really interested in your transition from 205 Live to Smackdown. What's your weight right now?
215.
215?
215. So I'm up. I was a little from coming to 205 and then getting drafted to Smackdown. Obviously, there's been a period from that day to now. A little long period, but that was kind of a little strategic way that I wanted to go about things. I wanted to gain a little bit more size just before I mixed it up with guys on Smackdown Live. It's been a little bit longer than expected, but definitely wanted that break-in period to gain a little bit more size.
What was your original cut from NXT to the point to where you made it to 205 Live? What did you start out at and say, okay, I'm going to transform myself?
I came into NXT at about 235. I hovered around 230. And the initial kind of cut started at about 225. So 20 pounds to make the Cruiserweight division.
So, I mean, you took over 205 Live. That was such an instrumental part of your career. What do you attribute that move to 205 Live to? Did you push for that?
Yes. Yeah, I definitely pushed for that. I asked for it originally, and it was declined. And I kept pushing for it, declined. And then I just took it upon myself, man. I dropped the weight, so they didn't really have any excuse. And then there was an opportunity for the Cruiserweight Championship tournament, in which they said yes to, and I took it and ran, man. I took it and ran.
What was the reason that you were given for not being put on 205 Live?
It wasn't really given a reason, man. Just no. So I turned that into a yes.
Are you a betting man?
Depends.
What betting line would you set for Wesley Blake to be on 205 Live? Because I don't think that cut's going to be as easy for him.
Nah, he's a little bit bigger. He's a bigger dude. He's a little thicker dude. I remember when we originally came to NXT, I think our original name was Team Thick. I think that was our original name. But no, he's killing it in NXT. He's doing the Forgotten Son thing. Him and Steve Cutler are a great tag. Yeah, man. If he wants to try, it's not a great life. I can assure you of that.
Yeah, how has your life changed since that time where you kind of get a little bit more freedom?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I felt like in NXT I didn't get the opportunities that I wanted or deserved. I was in a tough spot, man. I was in the top of the world with Wesley with the championships, and then we, unfortunately lost those, and then I was lost in the dark. I lost in the abyss, and then the 205 thing happened, man, and I had a chip on my shoulder to prove, so the 205 opportunity came up, man. That chip on my shoulder, it drove me to do some wild things, and I'm very happy with what I brought forward to 205, and I think 205 is a great brand. I think it's probably the best wrestling hour that WWE has, and yeah, man, I wish all those guys could eventually come up to SmackDown and we can mix up again.
As we wrap up, I'm real interested in your finishing move, Murphy's Law. Just an exhilarating move to watch. How do you develop that? How do you try it out the first time? Do you remember who you tried it out on the first time?
Yes, I do. The first time I ever hit it, I was against Johnny Gargano in Corpus Christi at an NXT Live event. And it was always one of those things I had in my back pocket. And I got a lot of stuff in my back pocket because I'm always told to hold on to it. Because if you do it and then you don't continue to do it, someone else will see it and they'll take it. So that was my mentality. So I've been sitting on that for literally probably 6 years. It was sitting in my back pocket, as well as the Hammerlock DDT.
Oh yeah.
But guess who does that? Yeah. Andrade does that now. So, but I sat on it for too long, so it wasn't mine. So, that's the crappy part. Yeah. But
Murphy, I want to thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, man.
We're out.